Good evening, everybody. Thanks for checking out this video here on G4G. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn. Today's background music is brought to you by a song on the Undertale OST called Another Medium. This is a game that is on Steam. It is a throwback to 8-bit, 16-bit RPGs. It is apparently a game where you don't even need to fight if you didn't want to. I've never played it. Did happen to read about it. Thought it was kind of interesting, but wasn't really down for playing the concept. But a friend of mine linked this song on his Facebook and said that he liked it, so I checked it out. And I do like the song. It has a very Nintendo, Super Nintendo-y, Metroid, Chrono Trigger type feel to it. So this is the first team that I have ever gone ahead and revisited in my entire time of doing team-up videos on YouTube. And this is Karolina Deanstroyer Part 2. I came across this because I was doing my live PvP 5 on Twitch, and I always do the daily mission afterwards, and I said, well, who can I level right now? Well, there's Karolina. I like Karolina. I haven't played her in a while. So I once again teamed her up with Deanstroyer over here, who also needed to level, and I put some gear on my agent, and it turned out to be incredible how these two were teaming up again. So for my agent, I am running the Peace Pulsar, I am running the Rectifier, the Weather Control Device, and the new quick action green bordered item called the Lightning Strike. The Rectifier is a huge key for this one. The Lightning Strike also is very, very big, but it's not completely essential. You can run other items in its spot. But watch what happens when you fight Dark Thor. Okay, so he's just doing all melee, so nothing crazy has happened yet. Karolina's going to go ahead and shield. And Destroyer is going to fire off a disintegration beam. Well, actually, no, he's going to go ahead and do the incap first. So here on my agent's turn, I'm going to go ahead and heal us and use the really nice thing about the Peace Pulsar. It's called the Short Controlled Burst. It says that a next range action will become a quick action, which is really good for Karolina, and you'll see that. That's her ISO procking over there, which is going to blind Dark Thor. So he used energy over there, which healed Karolina, and all these chain lightning attacks, you'll notice, are causing energy rebound on my people. Energy rebound is actually healing for more than the static charge is dealing. Karolina is also gaining stacks for every one of these. So he actually healed my team by doing that. And if we look at Karolina, she is now up to 3 stacks. This is a quick action because of the Peace Pulsar. So now she's at 4. So we're just going to go ahead and Hadouken Dark Thor down 27, and she wasn't even fully capped. Here on Destroyer's turn, we do know that Karolina right now is completely drained of energy, so we're going to go ahead and feed her some stacks. We're going to Disintegration Beam. Should have actually opened up at the big quamp because of the melt armor. So we'll get the AoE in. Now Karolina's regained 2 stacks, and she'll be back up to 3 on this one. And the Cosmic Cardinal proc is going to make it 4. So Karolina has completely restacked. So we're going to go ahead and use the Rectifier. And this is no longer a quick action, but had I come back to the gun in time, one of the gun's shots would have been a quick action because it was ranged. Now, at this point, we're just going to go ahead and Lucy and Sky him down. You don't have to stack back up that fast because of the cooldown on her level 9. she can't fire it 2 rounds in a row. But stacking her up as soon as possible is really good, so she's ready to go. The other good thing about those two is they're actually viable for PvP because they rebuild their own stamina quite immensely. So this shocking arm would actually work too. It's a free action that's up every round. Single target attacks will also shock the enemies. Enemies with negative static charge take extra damage. So if you had the other arm, that works out really, really well. So let's see what the mystery ISO was. That's a pretty good ISO. So there are a lot of items the agent can run to feed Karolina for this group. You can run anything energy based like the Cosmic Cardinal or the Bishop, or energy based guns like even the Coulson's Revenge and stuff like that. You could increase the damage that Karolina does by running gamma related items. Radiation poisoning increases the damage that energy attacks do. So that, of course, is a really good thing to do. So since my agent goes first, I will be using the Lightning Strike. And I will use the Rectifier. If you notice, the Rectifier says, you are healed after performing an energy attack. All energy attacks are guaranteed to hit. The chance to crit goes up. This is really big for Karolina because her level 9 has high crits and deadly crits. Because the power armor used an energy attack, he got shocked. Karolina gained a stack. Now we're passing some electricity back and forth. And Karolina is going to be up to 3 or 4 stacks by her first turn. So she's up to 3. It's only going to get better from there. So now we've shielded the team. By the way, this is a really trolly group to run on defense on the last day or two because Karolina's animations are so slow and cumbersome, it really drains a lot of time. And she's just going nuts. Because the chain lightning is bouncing around like crazy. So here on Destroyer, he has Chromatic Crash and he has Prismatic Shield. So we will open up with the Crush. And then we get a Cosmic Cardinal proc, which is going to cause another stack for Karolina. The Cosmic Cardinal also helps keep the agent's stamina in check as my defense goes up and my stamina goes up with Cosmic Energy. There's energy feedback on the Hydra Vanguard because he used an energy attack, so that's just more stuff Karolina. She uses her A ISO to try to blind Sin, but it doesn't work. So we will go ahead and heal, and we will use short controlled bursts. So mind you, this is only the second round of combat over here, and things are about ready to get really bad for the enemy team. So this is now a quick action. We will quick action the power armor out, deal a lot of damage, and now a 5-stack Imperium Flare in round 2, and look at that. Sin is alive by the skin of her teeth. She almost got wiped out with a 19k fireball. So there is Karolina Deanstroyer Revisited, or Karolina Deanstroyer Part 2. I'll show you a few other items that work out well with this team. Burb and Thor also feed Karolina excessively. Burb is on a flight jet right now, so I can't really show you him. But I will show you some other items to replace some things you might not have over here. If you have the Bishop is ranged energy and tech. It counterattacks with an energy-based attack, so that is a heal for the agent. It's also a stack for Karolina. Anything that deals energy damage like this Wave Nullifier would also be good, and that runs a counterattack, so if you counter with this, that works. I did just get a pretty solid item. So here's the arms, here's the electrostatic arms that we just saw. You can run anything that shields the team. There's Gamma Knuckles that does gamma radiation, which increases the damage. Let me see if I can... The lightning needle, which is on the spinner. That was electric, so that'll cause static charge to bounce back and forth. There's the original, which is called the Roaring Thunder. This is a non-quick action. This nuclear fuel rod causes 3 stacks of radiation exposure on the enemy when you hit them. So that's 3 stacks bumping up energy damage, which is phenomenal. The Skeptic is an energy gun. The Ruby Quartz Rifle is also good because you have a chance to counterattack with it, similar to like the Cosmic Cardinal. So that would cause stacks. The T-Bolt Glove is energy. That counts. The Dense Electrotech Hammer and the Thunderstrike also cause static charge to bounce around. So that is, that works. If you were to use any one of them. I'm trying to see where the new... Here is the Cosmic Shielding. This could help too, because this will keep a shield up on Karolina. And it also does Cosmic Energy, which further increases her stamina. There it is. The Radiation Transmitter earned this today in a daily spin. Free action. Everybody on the enemy team gains 1 stack of radiation exposure. Increases the damage taken from energy attacks. So this simply means that Karolina's attacks do more. This is farmable and slightly better. It's not a quick action, but it does radiation exposure, and it says nearby energy attacks may apply radiation. So everybody gets at least 1 stack, and any energy attack your team uses from Destroyer or Karolina or the Agent also has a chance to increase a stack. That just makes Karolina way, way more effective. So I will go ahead and show you how I have Karolina kitted out. She is using her own ISO, which is the Blinding ISO. I also gave her Distant Empowered. Ranged attacks have a higher chance to critically hit. That jacks her Empyrean Flare up to 70% before the Rectifier kicks in. And I gave her the Charged Attack ISO, which says increased chance to crit. For things like Beautiful Beam, you could apply ionizing to this. There's actually a whole lot that you can apply to the level 1. You just need to be prepared to back it up on the agent. So ionizing is a good choice. Suppressing is a good choice because then she fuels her own shields simply by attacking. I think that's overkill though. You can apply aiming, which applies locked on. You can apply in a shield burst. Ionizing is a pretty good way to go. Over here for the prismatic, the best thing that you can do is the manifesting so that everybody on your team gains epiphany. And you have Lucy in the sky. This one is used a little less frequently, but can be set up nicely with short controlled bursts. This one, honestly, I would put something on here that means a little bit to you, but not the world. Perhaps one of the increased chance to crit, hit, or do more damage ISOs would be best. Since it does hit everybody, you could make a case that ionizing is really good for this. And you don't really want to apply a debuff on Empyrean Flare, you just want to kill people with it. So that's why I went with increased chance to crit. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I did enjoy remaking this team, and it is the first team that I have ever revisited to give you guys a little bit of an update on them. So, take care everybody. Have a good one.